So good morning. So I'm kind of trying setting up even my mic here. So today we are looking at pound and euro USD. So as I woke up, first thing that captured my eye was this buy side, buy side liquidity. I think I'll name it internal buy side liquidity because it is the first thing that my eye gravitated to. Liquidity, I think that's better. So I'm gonna put it on top and do a little bit changing of the colors here. There. So as I was looking at pound, first thing that captured my eye was these eyes here. Then taking you to midnight open. Here's our midnight open. Then put our midnight open there. So you can see how we had an overnight session, Asian session, sweeping the low. Some liquidity. This was PM session, yesterday's PM sessions liquidity. So I can say first target has been reached, has been tapped in. So it's always a matter of waiting and seeing what does the price has to offer to us, because most of the time we have to stick to one sided of the market in order for us to be able to capture some significant moves in price action. So here what I'm seeing this, I'm saying that it's an OB. It's a very important price point. I think I'm gonna keep it in that color. Then I will return on a 15 minutes. So what we are going to do today is that if price was to go high or was to go lower, as on the daily chart, that's what we're looking onto. Let me show you what we're looking onto. On a daily chart, I'm expecting a little bit of continuations to this low here and these lows. So if today per se we are going to be bearish, what am I expecting? I'm expecting potential manipulation above some buy side, then see if we're gonna get a setup to take the shots. Okay, and if not, there's no trade for us. So very simple and basic rules I believe everyone can follow. It's a strictly mechanical system. So for me to do that, I'm looking at this now. I love the idea that we have entered a premium range between this high to this low. This is our dealing range. Put back some makeup on. I think I'm gonna reduce some. I don't know which. This one is for now weekly basic. Yeah, let's stay off. We know what we're looking for. Don't need it right now. So I'm looking at this bullish OB, bearish OB. So I can put it bearish OB structure. So I'm kinda expecting price to have some reaction of fear if we were to go lower. I'm not trying to uh, stay ahead on price, like, yeah, definitely I see that. So I'm looking for something on pound. I'm looking for something sort of this to this, some kind of manipulation above the highs, then we have some push lower targeting the weekly midnight open, or even this low which is here. That's what is on my mind right now. So it's a matter of waiting. If we do get to trade these highs, I get there will be no trade for me today, and I'll just accept it how it is, because sometimes staying off the market is the best thing to do. Yeah, not trying to force anything. So I'm just looking at that rejection of here, kinda waiting to see, do we reject on 245, sorry, on 3 open, and what price action will be presented. So I love the idea that we are on premium range, don't forget that. So kind of put in the quadrants, measuring the range. Okay, so let me put some OTE levels here, and my mouse is kind of stressing me out because I don't have the mouse pad on here. Don't know why is it. So put some OTE levels. I think that will be better there. So we are on that 62% retracement on the range, right about there. If she'll connect the account, she's in, I think she's in. So let us look at other pairs, Euro USD, and see what do we have to see here. So I think this one on a daily chart, some kind of buy side imbalance, assets buy side imbalance, and side inefficiency. So same thing on Euro USD. I'm kind of looking at rejection away. I love the idea that we closed inside this BC. I love the idea that, and also if we can push our eyes a little bit away back, there's something to consider here. I love the idea how we traded below the consequent encroachment. Candle didn't close there, and the way we traded above, we didn't close above the upper quadrant. So I'm kind of evaluating which side I'll be taking the shots on, either euro or pound. I love now this idea. Now look at this. We have a high that was not violated here, and on pound we have the high being violated here. So let's just go on a lower time frame here. So there, I'm kind of looking on that. Now let's put on our midnight open price, and remember we are on premium range still, so that's our midnight open. So we could say let's just jump to lower time frames and see what we can get as a squeeze in. Some nice 3-minute price action. Sometimes I like even dial into 3 minutes on currencies, depending on which type of a setup I'm willing to take. If it's some kind of inversion setup, then I really do go lower on the time frames. I give myself that allowance to do that. So let us look on pound. So I'm kind of trying to evaluate between pound and euro, who am I gonna take the shot on. I'm kind of still evaluating on that. But for me, I love clean price action. Love clean price action. So Euro USD, now here we have this some kind of BC there. So let us keep on waiting and see if do we get to trade above this high, and if you do, what do we do? We just sit on our hands and still wait for more information to be given to us. Still, this can be, let me put this on this way. You can say now, look at, you can see how bodies, all these down close candles, how they are respecting the consequent encroachment, now closing below it. And also something to add up, look at this, it's a 4 hour. So I'm kind of evaluating which side I'm willing to take shots on. And regarding of today's, I think there'll be news events. So let me look at that. So I really like to be correct on my analysis. So let us look at the weekly. So okay, later FMC, Thursday, okay, they have CPI. Okay, so definitely I'm expecting some other things to take place. When it's open 2 and it's closing at 3. So this can be a potential retracement now. I don't like to be one-sided that much. Okay, I love to stay. So we have this one by here, by side. So let me put this on. Okay, so let us wait. Okay. Now we are at 3 open. Kind of very important price. Still, I'm gonna put this back because I love to read the SMT divergences. Love the fact that we didn't clear that high. Let us go back to pounds. Geo. So I have this low here. I'm kind of looking at it. Do we see a good potential run away from it? Like, will price be able to set us this sell side of the curve? Okay, so let us wait. Nice reaction of, even though we did touch the consequent encroachment of the OB, our mid threshold of the OB structure. So I can't have some noisy neighbors. Don't mind the noise on the background. I really don't. I really even don't like the noise for real. And bores me a lot. So there. So I'm looking. Do we see a push here? I'm not willing to do one thing here, by the way, an addition. I'm not willing to go long here. Reason because we failed to take out this eye. Okay, so it shows me a show of hand that we are weak on this point POI, on this point of interest. Now remember we're on this daily chart BC, sorry. Remember where we are. So we're kind of trading on the upper quadrant. If you would say we are to drop the quadrants here, upper quadrant, lower quadrant, you can see where we're trading at. And I don't have the setting of the quants yet, so quants could be a little bit much better. So let us wait. By the way, now you can all see the highs that you can see that we cleared all the highs on pound here. It is a really good show of hand, and I do love some kind of show of hand. So what I can say right now, we can see Euro USD failing to take out all these highs, but it really did tap on this high here. We did take it out here. Yeah, we cleared it out. So waiting for that rejection away from that POI, so that we can be able to set up for our short positions in let me put in the midnight open, weekly midnight open yesterday. Yesterday, by the way, I really did a mess, and I really didn't read price action like correct the way I'm supposed to do it. I think I had an influence on something else, so I was not in the right state of mind to function and to be really hyper focused. So today I'm kind of good. I said today I really tried. Feel good. So we have this small BC right here. So I'm kind of looking, do we get a closure below it? And if we do get a closure below it, will price offer us? I know someone is by the way taking the total soup sales here, but I'm not on that. I'll rather sell the 305 candle that will be retracing here. So still not yet. Still are not there. So kind of hold your gears. Nice push, by the way. I love the push. Reaction away from that. So okay. So let us switch now my chart here, so that I can press some beautiful reacts. So let's say we are going short here. Stop loss above that will be 70 points stop loss. Pushing on 3 minutes. No need to hurry, but the need to wait should be there. So we have this now, a nice displacement right there. There was a time but I used to sell short on these displacements, and it really was not a good habit. So I want to see that retracement on these small inversion fair value gap. Remember, we are on a pound chart on GU. So don't be selling short at a point where it doesn't really make sense. So rather wait. And if we do miss a trade, it's okay. I love the tape. I will appreciate the tape reading. So if I go to good short, take the short position. Take the short position there. Wow. So target midnight open. That's the simplest target that I can think of right now. And probably the low that was made on midnight open. Okay, so let us wait. euro. Wow, look at that beautiful price. Just as it's being like we are saying, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So can evaluate. Who am I to take the shot on? You or you? Who? Calypso. She's really pushing lower. First thing I don't do. I can't force the trade here. I can't, as in, force myself to be on the trade. If she comes, she comes. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Okay, that's how we stick to it. Some nice 3 open, rejection away. Wow, that's why I love selling on this candle. 305, like selling short onto it, expecting certain move away from it, but no problem. Still early. Still early. Wow, and pound by there, she's really pushing for it. She's really pushing for it. Just wait. Look at Euro is this price action, by the way. It's funny, isn't it? At that deep retracement right there. Now we're rejecting away from it. Just give us an entry, motherfucker. So let's say for now, if we were to sell short in this on this inversion right here, and to sell short on this one, what am I looking forward to? I'll be looking to place my stop loss above here. And what does that mean? That will mean that I'll just reduce the number of entries. Like I'll just reduce my entry size, and I'll maybe capitalize on putting more in. So I think right there 310. Where's the candle, by the way? We're on 5 minutes. So these are 5 minutes. I'll wait. I'll wait. Okay. What do we see here? So how much stop loss? Nah, it's so large. Prefer good stop. That makes sense for me. I don't want to be selling short on euro. Don't want to fuck with euro right now. Alright, where we at? Let's see if we'll get an entry on the 315 candle. Sometimes willing allowing yourself to be willing to miss out on a trade is actually one of the best things, because sometimes you can chase a move, then you can have a wide stop loss. Maybe you're not good at risk management, and let's say you take a loss on the first trade, then the next trade you repeat it, because now if you do it twice or three times, now it becomes a bad habit. So overall, even if you make some money, maybe you have some winning trades, but you don't have that same kind of risk approach, like how much are you willing to lose, or how much will you be risking. It's not good, and I will not say it's a healthy idea. It's not good, because I used to do it personally, but it took me a while to learn that sitting, like not even, yeah, I'll say to learn, but obviously the teacher always told us that sitting on your hands is one of the best things, by the way, to do on price. Sitting on your hands. So 315 now. Let us look here. Now euro is on a good spot. So let's say we are having a continuation of here. I'm taking a shot on pound. You can see how I've reduced my risk exposure of the trade, because I've seen something on price that is a signature that I love to adhere to. Okay, let me show you what I've seen and why I have chosen to take the position in here. So you can see how we haven't, like on that candle open, we didn't go to this eye here, but look at euro USD. You can see, so some kind of high, and what do we get here? Let us see if we're gonna get to trade above that high. I think my stop loss is at a very good price point. It's above where? Yeah. I'll just say these are cleared by side. which color is good, and I'm gonna put it left, then on top, because it's a cleared pool of liquidity. So where my stop is at, put it just a little bit above, risking 40 bucks to go for, yeah, above that high. I think that's good. I'm gonna pull it right there. So look at euro. That's why I don't want to fuck with euro. She's gonna fuck you up and down. So I'm gonna put in one more, because I think now we have returned to a place of interest. Put one more there. Do I my stop loss on this will be this high. And this one, exit will be this one. Be the low that we have created today. So it'll be some kind of a partial. So we all clearly can see this CB here, but my eyes jumps right on these inversions. That's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm not really tapping, I'll say tapping in or tagging in the CBs. So I'm looking at those inversions. Those are what my mind is gravitating to. So let us see. Do we get a run below this low? Which low is it? This is today's low, by the way. So definitely gonna put in some sell side. So it's an internal, this one. So pretty good. Some nice liquidity shown there. Where was it? Yeah, it's a little bit high. Okay, so I'm gonna put in here. This will be potential areas for taking partials. So sell side. Put it on the center there, so that we all can see what you're looking for, what we're looking at here. Okay. That's expecting some nice sell-off there, and I love the way we are respecting the CB. Euro USD for me, I really don't think I'm ready. Look at this. What is this now? Huh? Very bad price action. And but I don't know why. What is the problem with paper stone. I don't know why they don't, like, they should merge the positions, like they should merge them to be in one. I don't know why they don't merge them, like, get it. Like it should, like, adding on a position should be like, if it was 0.4 now going to 0.5, not having another layer of position just on top of that. I really don't think it's good. On a 5 minute time frame. So far so good. Price respecting some levels that we do like to see them get respected. I haven't even taken my tea yet. Like, I haven't even taken breakfast yet. And I'm early in the morning on this fucking markets. Try frame my ideas, share my ideas. So in case you're wondering, what is this here? This is a 15 minute. This is a 15-minute AE version. AVG. That's better. So it can be visible. It's not a 5-minute one, it's a 15-minute. So you can see how it's price sensitive. So I'll be looking forward to trim my risk if we do trade to midnight open. I'm gonna trim my risk a little bit small, reduce my risk and my exposure. Let us see if we do get to trade the midnight opening price. I'll trim the risk definitely. So how many pips are we looking forward to make on the first position? Looking at this low, 22 pips. Maybe 31, 22, 31 pips. Okay, but definitely partials will be on the way. Partials will be taken on the way, just to get myself paid. Okay. On a 15 mil, what are they doing on a 15? Sounds not bad. Some nice rejection I'm seeing there. So it's a 5 minute. I'm gonna decide where we're going to pop the champagne. Which side are we gonna expect champagne to be popped? So I believe it's just a simple narrative to be on play. How these, all these was just Asian range, and heading to the London Open, we had this low taken out there. So definitely, what will be on our minds and what we'll be expecting on London Open, we should have a manipulation above these eyes here. And if we do get a manipulation above that, what next will be on our concern. Now, the low that we created today and this low that took out this, and also yesterday's London session, these are the London sessions sell side. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not trying to aim for ridiculous price runs. We are not on those. I'll just say we are not on those times where we should try to swing for the whole daily range, because we could get something like this, a drop. Okay, like a drop on London, taking out the low, then have a complete trade reversal, taking out the high, then dropping again. So it's a matter of sticking to taking a small cookie. Like if you get that small piece, you take it and keep it on your pocket. Like every time you take the piece, you keep it on your pocket. Like don't focus on taking the whole piece, because you can focus on taking the whole piece, then you drop the whole piece. Okay, or maybe the whole piece crashes, you're trying to squeeze it, it hard enough. Okay, so those small pieces, I think they are much better, and I would advise anybody to do that. Small cookie cutter approach, and taking those small pieces and paying yourself, because this street is not is a really different type of a street. Okay, so as they are printing some guap, I'm gonna try to warm up my chi here. we're still having some nice push. Definitely not bad. Let's jump on a 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna factor in this whole 15 minutes fair value gap right there, because we love to see how price reacts on that POI. Okay, so we are looking at this low here, and I'd said that if we do get a trade, if price trades to midnight open, I'm gonna definitely reduce my exposure here, and I'm looking forward to do that. So let us wait as I am taking my breakfast. Let's look at euro. What is euro doing? Oh my lord. Euro is definitely being stubborn, by the way. Let's look at the XY. Midnight open. There it is. It's on midnight open on this side. Just being stubborn too, by the way. DXY. Gonna factor in this volume. The open. Okay. Gonna factor it in. What a rejection. It's crazy, isn't it? It's so crazy. Now I have that 30-minute OB. I'm gonna factor it in with all its quadrants, and we'll jump back to 5 minutes. Right there. 5. And we sit and see what is the clear structure here telling us. We'll still wait. So that's why I always give the trade room to breathe before I start moving my stop loss, because you can be easily wicked out. I easily get wicked out. So instead of sitting around, let us just try peruse through these time frames. 15 minutes. Okay, so we opened on 345. Kinda don't like the retracement here. Don't like it. But so far so good. I don't like the retracement, but let's see if price will respect these 15 minutes inversion. I love the way we're closing below consequent encroachment of the inversion level here. That's why she's still figuring out where to run, where to go. She hasn't yet decided. Look at this bitch. Euro is definitely a bitch, by the way. So I don't like fucking with Euro. Sometimes Euro can mess you up, by the way. That's why we had an SMT or Euro USD, like lower low, sorry, lower high, and we had a high on pound. But I was still willing to take the short on pound because now that shows me instead like the order flow. Okay, that shows me that on pound we have cleared its buy side. That's something that is visible right now. I can see that we have cleared the buy side, but on Euro USD, I can't say we have cleared the buy side because we really haven't. We were unable to take out this high. See what she's doing. Okay, on pound basically we traded above all these highs here and cleared them out. So that's why I'm not fucking with her right now. Definitely prefer another bitch, which is pound USD. So some nice inversion right there. I love, but something in addition, uh, qualities of a good inversion. Like inverting it shouldn't take like many candles. Should be like one or two, to really invest. The maybe CB like this one. It's just two candles, 15 minutes candles, and they're able to invest it. So definitely to me, will can it be a trade that I can take another time? Yeah. If he repeats it, yeah. If you are to evaluate the entry, yeah. Was the entry good? Yeah, the entry was not bad. The entry was good, actually. So now what I'm looking at right now on a lower time frames, I'm looking at the consequent encroachment of this, and also I'm looking at this CB here. I'm looking forward to see how do we close on it, or how does price react on it. Do we close above it or below it? That will be of much help as we continue. So we really haven't headed to that midnight open, so I'm not still yet moving, trimming my risk. I'm gonna decide when to trim the risk. think we're spending too much time on this one, which is not healthy. It's not healthy. Really, it's not healthy. She was taking out the high again. Sometimes you can sit on a trade until your mind goes fucking crazy. Let me change this one and put it in a way and a manner that could be effective for us. Right there. Definitely risking like let's say 10 pips position, going for 20 pips and going for 30. So one is to two and one is to three. So what I'm looking at right now. Maybe one is to three. Yeah, I would say that. 15 minutes. See how price is really reluctant. Still hanging out, still hanging below that. But I prefer on this 15 minutes. I prefer seeing this 15-minute candle closing below it, not above. Let's say not even above the consequent encroachment. If you do close below the inversion fair value gap on a 15 minutes, the better. But also still price can close inside it, but not above consequent encroachment. So let us see. Always factors to consider. Getting a paid or not getting paid, taking out trades, some profits in. So these are 30 minutes time scale. So I prefer it staying below. Let us see where we closed it. But okay, still can hold on it. Still hold on it because I'm seeing certain signatures that are willing to hold on it because we closed below the consequent encroachment. But really today's price is really being stubborn. Look at euro. Let's jump on pound. On gold. So gold, she hasn't really even decided where to go to. Wow. These are really different worlds now. Look at this. Okay. Now, I think now I'll be willing to kill the positions here because now I'm seeing a potential of a reversal that's coming in, like really coming in. So let's see, will this hold price or not? But today really they are being stubborn for real. Frankfurt, what the fuck? See, definitely exiting the fuck. Wow. Look at that. Jesus. Wow. That's why I exited. I couldn't weather all this. But if I could evaluate, I close the trade manually. This is crazy, by the way. So crazy. It's not a joke, by the way. Wait, what? There news events? Oh, what the fuck is even this, by the way? Tuesday. Up to 3:15, 4 a.m. Like, no major impacts. 30. So they are definitely not news. Let's look at Bloomberg. See what do we have on updates. Okay, not there.
Is that he is suggesting that the U.S. military would sort of go on some massive bombing campaign targeting infrastructure sites, power plants, bridges, and the like. That I would note would constitute likely a war crime if he were to go down that road. But Trump has said he's not concerned about that, and that's not really constraining him. It's also possible he does something far less than that, whether that be a handful of targeted bombings, or maybe suggest that talks with Iran are going well, and he's going to hold off for now. But really, this is a whole waterfront of options for Trump. But the ball is really in his court. It's unlikely there's going to be any meaningful peace deal that is arranged in the next, less than a day or so. But this is again a deadline Trump has set, and Trump can move.
So President Trump saying he's not really worried about being prosecuted for war crimes. Laura, is that because in reality he wouldn't be prosecuted for war crimes?
Yes, it would be very difficult for Trump to be prosecuted for war crimes, and there's a couple reasons for that. One, that he's very much protected within the United States. There was a Supreme Court decision earlier this year that essentially gives him near blanket immunity for many of the actions he takes as president. This was a Supreme Court decision, a controversial one, but one that stands nonetheless, and would mean that at least in the U.S. he would be shielded. The other venue where someone might, bring up war crimes would be in the International Criminal Court, the ICC. The U.S. is not a member of that, so again, just institutionally, structurally, it's very hard for Trump to be targeted by the.
A destination, if you change a university, if you change a course kind of thing, which humanly it's not possible.
Let's try CNBC. CNBC. So what do we get here?
It's a very dangerous mission. I just felt it was worth it. If you would have told me that we would have been successful, gotten both, and nobody was even essentially injured, I would have said that would be impossible. Yeah,
President, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Given that you are now dealing, you say, with a more reasonable, less extreme leadership in Iran, what does that mean for the protesters, for the human rights movement in that country after this conflict?
Well,
What's
it's
your
positive.
expectation?
Yeah, if they assume control, if we do something and they assume control, I think it's very positive.
So I'm just done with the streaming here. I won't be streaming till again tomorrow, because I don't see any potential of a trade, because now we had that manual closing on those two positions before all this could wreck us. That's why you always factor in, because Trump is really a bitch. Look at that. 32 pips in just less than 5 minutes. I've moved out that a lot, but it's okay. So it's a good day, okay? That's why you always factor in risk management plans and protocols. And when And with all that said, definitely see you tomorrow. Before we head to CPI, and y'all be safe.